What's a grocery bill look like you? When you're hitting like a Trader Joe's or something like that, what are you grabbing while you're there?
Strike me as a big red meat guy.
Low carb, so I do
Really?
eat more. Yes.
That's a little bit Kamala if you're low carb.
Oh, is it?
It's kind of a liberal diet, if you ask me.
All right. Okay. So
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of Men at Work podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Pagan. As always, I'm joined here by Matt Peoples. Matt, where are we?
Dude, we made it. A lot of people got too scared, a little too nervous, a little too politicized and controversialized, but we made it to the debate in Philadelphia, September 10th, 2024. We're here out front, as close as we can get to the convention center, dude. It is blocked off.
Yeah, it looks like a Hell in a Cell match right now. It's like there's like 8-foot barricades that have gone up all around the city. It's kind of wild. It really is insane here.
Yeah.
There's people fighting to our left or to our right over here. There's dogs fighting to our left over here.
Yeah, a lot of dog fights.
This podcast is just going to be, we want to talk to people about who they're voting for and why it affects their business. A little tie back. That's us. We're tying it back to the podcast. That's the brand.
We're just here to kind of hang out, find out what people, because that's what we think. Like, what you do for a living for sure has to do with what and who you're voting for. And if you don't want to talk about it, we're going to drag it out of here. We want to show you folks watching.
Yeah.
These are the type of folks that are voting for who's who. And don't be mean in the comments.
Yeah.
Don't start talking crud. Just listen for a second in your life. I'm here. I'm addicted to nicotine. Stuff's good. Mm-hmm. If this is the wall that Trump was going to build, it's not that good.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Dude, Philadelphia is the epicenter of the world right now. When Philadelphia is the epicenter of the world, we promise to always be there. We go there.
We go there.
We
go there.
You don't understand what I did to get to this podcast today.
Tell me.
Yo. Hello, Kyle. What are you doing?
Nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some Thrive.
Are you all alone? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
What's up?
Yo, Cheeto, pick up the phone.
Yo. What's up?
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True.
I got out of jury duty. No, I legitimately got out of the jury. The judge wanted me on the jury.
What did he say?
How dare you?
Sorry, what did they say?
What did she say?
Yeah.
She said, so have you ever been on jury duty?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man, dude. Jury duty is kind of sick. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I got a good number. I got a good spot. I got number 11. And if anyone's been to jury duty, getting the earlier numbers is a good one.
Oh, really?
But, dude, she said I had a great demeanor. And she was British. And she said, you have a very good demeanor.
Yeah.
Can you be on the jury? And I told her no.
Oh.
Because I'm in the media.
Really?
Yeah, it worked.
Really?
It fucking worked, dude.
Wait, so she told you, I don't believe that you live this life. She told you, she went, man, I want you on this jury so gosh darn bad.
Dude, she was peppering me. So the case was a fraud case between a guy and a stripper. It was hilarious.
Okay.
So obviously that guy definitely either blacked out or maybe allegedly got drugged by the stripper, woke up, had a $5,000 expense on his account, and probably was like, fuck this, I'm suing that strip
His
club.
tab ran up like a taxi? Like they were counting how long he was there for?
I'm assuming this is what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are suing if you sue a strip club for fraud, you got to imagine that's what happened, right? What else would it be?
It's worse than falling in love with the stripper as being like, I'm being sued. This is wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody did something wrong. Of course they did something wrong, dude.
Yeah.
They smell like goddamn nickels.
Mm-hmm.
Every stripper smells like nickels. Look it up, dude. Smell a nickel next time you get a chance. It's not real silver. It's true. So that's crazy. So you got out of it. They told the judge told you, I've seen your work.
Well, the lawyers knew who I was. And the one lawyer goes to me, why aren't you working? I'm like, oh, dude, is that... I was like, you got to be a public defender for that fucking question. You got to be a public defender.
Live pod at the court case, though? That would have been pretty
That'd
sweet.
be sick. No, but dude, you've never been to jury duty. This is my first time I ever did jury duty. They walk you into this small-ass room. The judge goes over the case and everything. They ask you a couple questions, and then they make the people stand up. So this guy has to turn around, face 36 of his peers, and be like, I'm the plaintiff. I'm suing so-and-so strip club. I don't want to name the strip club because I like small business. And then has to slink down back in a seat. And I think the worst case about it was, I'm pretty sure his mom was right next to him.
Oh,
this dude had to be
God.
like 30-some years old, maybe
Yeah.
even in his 40s, and he brought his mom to the fucking.
You can't bring your mom.
You can't bring your mom.
You gotta leave her at home,
You
dude.
got it.
Let her
And
watch
then-
Wheel of Fortune.
And
for
then
God's
the
sakes.
next one goes over, and this guy was like, "I'm going to call 2 witnesses. One of the witnesses here, definite stripper."
What about her? Like, made you think that she's a stripper?
She
And
had.
she's out of costume. I'm imagining.
I want to say this as respectfully as I can. Yeah, she was very modestly dressed.
Sure.
As respectfully as I can, she had some nice wom bombs. She had a nice
You can't say womboms to look at me, dude.
boom bats. She had
Boom bats for her?
She literally. I mean, like I think at this time in my life, I can know what a fake tit is and what a real tit is.
Yeah.
And they
Can you ask that as a juror? Your Honor, are they real or fake?
honestly, I think you can. No, because jurors are not supposed to talk. We're not supposed to talk until we deliberate.
Sign, maybe do sign language.
No, I think the lawyers have to be like, are those fake or real?
Oh, true.
And you'd be like, and they can object or they have to maybe answer the question. I think actually that would be. I think if I was a judge, I would have to let that one go.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it. Like
Yeah.
that's just one you could just slide in there and be like, "Are they fake?" She goes, "Yeah," and she goes, "Your Honor, she lies about a lot of stuff."
Yeah. I mean, it was 80 degrees in there. She's dressed from head to toe, like showing no skin, no nothing. Didn't have any makeup on. Like that public defender did a really good job of making her look like a victim in this thing,
That's
even
a
though
nice
she was the
move.
one being sued.
Yeah, she's being a little stinky. So were you a little bit disappointed that you couldn't keep hanging out at the thing, or you were like,
No,
"I
not
don't
at
wanna
all.
be
Because
here"?
it's the word. It's fun, but then it's like you get there and you just do a lot of sitting around. It sucks.
Yeah, what's so bad about jury duty? Give me like the skinny about.
It's a lot of sitting around, but it's also like we're allowed to be on our phones now. Don't tell people. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not allowed to be on your phone during the whole thing. They don't care anymore.
Like subway surfers, like while they're like convicting somebody for life, you could just be on your phone.
Well, I mean, Matt, we're just sitting there in the courtroom.
Oh, true.
And usually they're trying to be like, no, you can't bring your phone. Dude, all of us were on our phones. There's
Yeah.
like 27 of us waiting to get our number called so that we can get the hell out of there and lie. And not lie, but, say I was in the meeting.
Yeah.
I had to drop my stats. It was kind of sick.
Your stats. What are your stats? Run them by me.
how many
dude.
followers you got? What do you do for a living? She's like, well, the trial's just going to be Monday and Tuesday. Can you do it? And I said, nah, it's going to affect my endorsement deals.
Wow, this guy makes me angry, but I love him.
I dropped
folks.
the
This guy
endorsement
makes me
deals
so
on her.
angry.
Technically, we have an endorsement, Thrive. Shout out to our boys
Shout
at
out
Thrive.
Thrive. Yeah, absolutely. Please.
A lot of people here could use some Thrive.
A lot of people here could be delivering Thrive as we speak, and they need it.
Yeah, a lot of people could use some Thrive just to really calm them down. It's as we continue out here, it is getting insane.
Yeah.
I mean, people are fighting. It's microphone versus microphone right now.
It seems terrifying.
I mean, you've got 17 different social causes going around.
Yeah. Some people are just peppering it. I don't know if you can see in one of the camera shots. There are just people dressed as sharks being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come on."
Yeah.
I would like to come here. Like, if me and my girlfriend get in a fight, I would just hold up a sign and be like, "You don't have to be that loud when you're yelling at me. You just have like a civil conversation." And just walk around with that sign.
That's your
being like,
platform.
just talk to me like a person. You don't have to tell me I'm getting fat.
My
Stuff like
God,
that.
I love it.
Yeah,
So how was your week?
My week was good. My week was a good banging, ranging good time. I'm the hat guy now. I've been workshopping this one.
I don't like that hat. I don't like Penn State.
Who do you like?
Temple.
You gotta like different
it's,
stuff.
it's a little brother, big brother thing that the big brother doesn't even pay attention to you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't go to either. I couldn't afford it. But, well, look, I mean, Temple stinks out loud. Worst D1 football program?
Yeah, in the nation.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah, they stink, man.
No.
Thank you. Oh, it's a comic book about January 6th.
Oh.
Oh, sweet. Oh.
I
Okay.
think I'm featured in this.
Yeah.
If we can get something.
I think some of our listeners might be listening to this right now. It's probably featured in this.
It's actually really well done. I wonder who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. I bet you I have an idea if they made a comic book who is the good and the bad. First page I open is a lady putting a bottle to somebody's face. But no, my week was terrific. I would have never thought I'd end up here. But like I said, I'm the hat guy, dude. As you get older, your hair starts to go, here I am, there I go, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go hat guy, and it doesn't feel right, but the alternative might be worse.
Forward doesn't look right on you. This
What do you
one,
think?
This one at least. Backwards is
You don't think I look strong as hell?
Nah.
What about this?
I just don't think it's the right hat for you.
What do you mean? I think it looks good. It's a nice trucker. It's
No,
kinda
I don't like how the front of it comes up a little bit. It doesn't morph into your head that well.
Well, that goes back to my bad head. I have a Cro-Magnon eyebrow that juts out, so my glasses push forward, and then it holds my hat up. I'm in bad shape, dude.
Wow.
I might be screwed.
Holy shit, that's like a cranium, like a bad cranium or something like that. Like, did you
Yeah.
run into like a banister when you were younger?
No, shout out Tiff Bannister, but no, I have the Cro-Magnon brow. Apparently, one of my ancestors made sweet, passionate love to a Neanderthal, and it just stuck in my bloodline. It's crazy. My dad, growing up, would go up to me like while I was sitting down. He would grab my eyebrow from the top, pull it back, and he'd be like, So if you wondered why I do stand-up comedy, that should maybe answer it. Yeah, I'll give the listeners a real look at this. Hold on.
Damn, dude, you do have
Crazy.
a crazy forehead.
You gotta get eyes on this. I'll show the listeners from here.
Dude.
That's crazy. Okay, get your hands on that.
Dude, this
Grab
is
them right here. Go
this
like
is what
that.
an extra in the Hills Have Eyes look like.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Are you sure you're like, you didn't have like a brainiac uncle or a brainiac cousin who was like in Palo Alto working, not Palo Alto, wherever that bomb was back in the 40s? New Mexico?
No, I don't think any of my family had nuclear radiation that made my forehead this big. I think it's just testosterone. I think I'm a high T guy.
I wish you didn't tell me that, man.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be mean about it.
Because
You're gonna
now I'm gonna look at you differently all the time.
yeah, you looked at me so
Oh.
fondly beforehand. Dude.
Oh, Vito has one on. Vito has brought us
Could
on.
you switch over to that side if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
How are you, brother?
How you doing? I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Good. I'm Jeremy Griffin from the Green Party of Pennsylvania. How you doing?
Green
Nice to meet you,
Party of
brother.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Good to meet you.
So we're the Men at Work podcast, and we were asking people. We were coming here to ask people like who they're voting for / how does it affect their work. And I'm guessing since you're at the Green Party and off camera, I see you carrying a Jill Stein
Yes.
for president sign. I'm going to say that you're probably voting for Jill Stein.
Yes. Oh, certainly. She's the only choice we got.
Got it.
And I appreciate you, brothers, because I run a podcast or two. Also, World of Controversy podcast.
Yeah.
Germ Griffin recording his archive. So thank y'all for doing this.
Yeah.
No problem.
Usually people wait till the end to drop their.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
nice. I
fine.
like a plug up front.
That's
Dude.
okay.
He knows what he's doing. Dude.
You're
Green
right.
Party.
You know to get in here quickly. I like that. I do
Yes.
like that. So wait, so obviously you're out here campaigning for Jill Stein. Is that your
Yes.
full-time job, or what else do you do?
Well, pretty much I do some civil engineering aid.
Somebody
actually.
gave us these.
Someone gave us these
And,
comic books.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Quit bullying us.
It's always
Yeah,
good to have
seriously.
some off-camera events happening around us as we're doing this podcast. So yeah.
But anyway, so what do you do for a living? We were rudely interrupted by this lady.
So civil engineering aid. That's
Got
what
it.
I actually do. I map underground utilities.
Got it.
So I do a lot of infrastructure stuff, but on the side, I do a lot of political stuff. And in charge of the Green Party of Pennsylvania, essentially. So yeah,
So how does Jill Stein being elected, how would that affect your job?
Jill Stein being elected would affect us a lot, and I'm gonna tell you why. My personal job. So she's really big into infrastructure, and really big into making sure that infrastructure is made by the people. It creates jobs from the working class. And since I work in infrastructure, I think it would be great for Jill Stein to be elected. Yes.
I'm trying to listen to you, but this lady is fucking just talking in the back of my ear.
I know. These Trump people, I tell you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hey, don't say the Lord's name in vain.
My
man.
fault.
Oh, wow. Is the Green Party a
Sorry, Jill
religious
Stein.
party?
No,
You're just religious.
You're pro-Lord. Okay, cool.
I'm pro Lord.
Now,
No.
this is the fascinating thing I've noticed about Jill Stein is she a real person? I keep hearing about her. I've never seen anything about her. Is she hot? What does this look like? How is she?
She's hot enough. Okay. So so here's the thing.
Mom's
Jill
hot,
Stein, she is a real person. She's from like up there, Vermont.
Yeah, they
You know
all
what I
are.
mean? So yeah, they all are, pretty much the Northeast states, and that's why we don't really see her that much. But Jill Stein is definitely a real person. She's great.
Got it.
She's great.
So let's just call a spade here. Probably not going to win.
Maybe not.
I like that.
Mathematically,
Let's say that.
she has a chance to get enough electoral votes.
Mathematically, me and Matt have enough.
Yeah,
of
we
a
can get
chance
in
to
there.
get.
No, y'all don't, because
Oh.
y'all not on the ballot.
Oh,
As far as you know.
yeah.
As far as I know,
It could be
As
us
far-
three.
as
You
far
might be
as I
fucked. You
know.
might be
As far
lumped in
as
with
I
us,
know.
dude.
Hello, my
It
name
might
is.
be us three running for office right now, and you just found out, dude.
How are you? My name is Robert.
That's hard.
Sorry. Anyway, so say Jill, unfortunately has a defeat.
Yes.
Who's the best elect after that for you and your job? Of what your job was again?
Civil engineering aid.
Civil engineering aid. Who would be the best person to be elected after that? After Jill Stein.
The brother Cornell West.
Damn, dude.
Really now?
Can you give me someone that like
These names are just.
Cornell West.
Shout out to Cornell. He was the guy who did speeches for Obama, right?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So he's running.
He is running.
Good to know.
Yeah.
He's running.
Okay.
The
So
more you know.
if our brother in arms Cornell West doesn't win, Who's the next best one?
If you guys try to dwindle the list down to Trump and Harris,
Big
We're
dog.
not. That's not what we're here to do, dude.
I don't think we're the ones dwindling the
I, for real, cannot read, dude.
We're doing nothing, dude. Society.
I wouldn't vote for either of those two if they pay me.
Got
So don't vote.
Oh.
If it's down to those two, really don't vote.
So a paycheck would sway your vote? Listen to this. The Green Party is the Green Party, dude. He's looking for some real green here.
The working class needs to make sure that Jill Stein is on the ballot. We
Got it.
did that, and the working class would love for Jill Stein to win the presidency of the United States. That's
hear
all
you.
I can say.
Totally
I hear
fair.
Yes.
Okay.
What is it about her that, like, I mean, obviously you look to gravitate towards the two big parties. How did you find your way to a very, like, secular third candidate?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I was a part of the Green Party even as a teenager, okay? And right now I'm like 28, okay? So I've been a part of this party for a while. I've taken a break. I've come back. I might take another break sooner than later, but the Green Party is an important party because when we look at, like, who's actually funded by corporations, you got to go green.
Got it.
Got to go green.
I'm technically part of the Green Party too. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
there you go.
Bleeding green, if you will.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, this is the angle we're coming from. If you could add a physical challenge to the election, like everybody goes for votes, intellects, debate, money, all these super PACs. If you could add, like, because I think like you should have like kind of a jacked, strong president or somebody able-bodied. Can you come up with like one go-to universal physical challenge for a candidate?
Wow.
Maybe like a left-hand layup.
Oh, there
Beer
you go.
mile.
Beer mile's tough. Yeah, true.
They need to play horse.
Oh, horse isn't bad.
That
dude.
would be
Have a
awesome.
little horse competition right before the debate. See who can.
That's
Yeah.
good too because it's hard to stay mad at somebody during a game of horse.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You might be buddies
Right.
by the end.
Yeah. 100%.
They might all be on each other's campaign by the end of
Yeah.
it.
It's like, you know what? I really didn't like Harris's policies before, but fuck, does she have a wicked jump shot?
God damn, is she nice on the court?
Yeah, dude. Wow. Yeah.
I like
and what
that.
if Trump pulls out a little hook shot? He's a little older.
yeah.
Yeah, if he's having a little bit of fun, a
Little
couple
Kareem?
cocktails.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
true. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, did you see that arc?
Yeah.
It's tough to vote against that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If that happens, they all gotta play basketball in North Korea. Kim Jong Un love basketball. You know what I
does
mean?
love basketball.
Yeah, but he might be the
does.
worst of the worst. There's no way Kim Jong Un can hoop. There's just no way.
I don't know, man. I mean, something about Dennis Rodman, like in you, I feel like you get a little bit of a pass.
You think Kim Jong's like an offensive rebound type guy? Like he really pounds the boards?
No. I
Perhaps.
guess so, unless
His handles might be ridiculous.
What,
You
his
don't
love
know.
handles, dude? What are you talking about?
he's low to the ground. Yeah. Like, there's no shot he can get a jumper off though.
Yeah.
But obviously, all his constituents and everything, they let him probably score. It's like Putin
Right.
when Putin would play in a charity hockey game, he had 72 goals.
True, yeah.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, does Jill have another 4 years in her after, in case she loses this one?
This is, I believe, her third time running for president.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know. I'm not sure if she has another one in her, but I will say this. If you're from this area, Philadelphia area, you really should be voting for Jill. First time she ran, her vice presidential candidate was Sherry Hockler, who is based in Philadelphia.
Oh.
So another reason why, if we're in this area, you got to get on the Jill Stein campaign.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm undecided, so.
Yeah. We're here
Yeah,
to just
okay.
listen and learn a little bit, honestly. We're just kind of
Yeah.
gathering opinions for the most part, so.
Well, if you're undecided, this is the decision you can make right now. First decision is you gotta make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
First.
Yes, sir.
Shout out
Second
JC.
decision, you gotta vote for Jill Stein.
All right.
Now, there's a little bit of space in between those two decisions on how important they
Yeah.
are, but you gotta do both, right?
Yeah.
Father,
You know-
son,
you know what I'm
Jill
saying?
Stein.
There you go.
The Holy Trinity. Now, our last question I'll ask you, and then you're obviously very devout, I'm assuming Christian.
Yes.
Going back to basketball, if you blow by Jesus and you're going to the rim for an open layup, do you take it? Do you think he would want you to succeed? Or you think it kind of be like, I can't just kind of go for two on the Lord? That's what's tough.
Now
you got to
listen.
wonder about what his things are. Like, he wants you to succeed. He loves you. You're his child.
Sacrifice
But-
himself for you.
Is he going to look at you and be like, that was a carry?
Is that a sin?
That might be a
Score,
sin.
you score on Jesus?
If you cross him up. He's not good with crosses.
Man.
He hates crosses.
He does.
Yeah,
This is a wild hypothetical.
Yeah.
of course.
That's what we're here.
This is your sound clip of the day.
Okay.
I would dunk on Jesus. I swear, I no doubt, I would dunk on Jesus, man. He understands. No, he do believe in humbleness. That's why I would have been like, no, Jesus, but you got it, though. I know it was a foul. I get it. But no, you know, man, you do got to take advantage when it. Yeah, you gotta take advantage.
Is that one of the 7 deadly sins? Dunking on Jesus?
Dunking on Jesus. It must be, dude.
Hey, Germ Griffin, World of Controversy podcast.
Brother, thank you so much,
love
dude.
it.
You're a lot of fun, man.
Hey.
Have a good day. Stay safe, man.
Jill Stein 2024.
We
Fuck
appreciate
it.
you.
That guy dunks on Jesus.
Amen, dude.
I'm gonna dunk on. I don't know.
Hitting him
what
with the
I'm
crown
gonna
of
do.
thorns, baby. What up?
Oh,
Hello, folks.
damn. Yo, how about that fucking crazy bitch behind us?
I had to lie, and I was like, just please, enough. She was like, you have a January 6th comic. And I was like, okay, I could see how you'd think. That
Why didn't
this
you just
is-
tell her that the woman gave it to us?
That's what I said. She was like,
Oh.
And then I said it again. She was like, oh. It's kind of funny. The conviction falls pretty quick when you just hit him with like a, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna fight me back? It's like, nah, sorry, dude.
Also, we don't care and have zero influence over voters whatsoever.
Yeah, dude, we just talked to a guy who has Jill Stein and thinks that she's got a chance, which I kind of love.
I agree. That guy rules. Dude. That guy is the man.
We should spend more time in just a sense of delusion in this
Yes.
world. It would be amazing. I actually, people who like just are the most delusional people in the world, I actually envy.
Yeah,
Because
really?
You don't let like the real world bother you.
You don't think you'd get like kind of like, it's like little kid syndrome. You don't think you get sick of that?
I don't think you can. I think if you're in a state of delusion, you're just a delusional human being, and you never really get out of it.
True.
No,
fair.
I mean, I don't think you're living, your best life. You're probably not like a millionaire and everything, but like, you probably live in squalor if you're delusional, because I mean,
True.
you got to have some kind of common sense, right? Am I right?
I kind of
No.
agree with you. I'm on you a little
I
bit.
guess you
Yeah.
gotta have a little bit of common sense. for
I'm
people
with
like
that.
you.
And girls kind of like that. You think you wouldn't be able to like find a wife? Girls kind of like a totally infantilized grown man.
Until you graduate college, and then maybe for a little bit, couple more years,
Okay.
and then you're kind of like the dude who got like I have a buddy who got so many girls in high school,
Yeah.
hasn't had a girlfriend in probably almost like 7 years.
Yeah. When they start caring about like your literacy and your bank account, it starts to get a little tough afterwards.
But he was good dude, just kind of delusional a little bit.
Okay. Not
the
bad.
not the best common sense. Love the guy. Gonna be in my grooming party, but
Yeah.
but truth hurts.
P. Diddy had a lot of grooming parties.
Groomsmen
Hello.
parties.
Whoopsie daisy.
Speaking of that, I think my girlfriend's gonna leave me.
Why? What?
Did you see my video
Did I ever, dude?
in the shower?
Not my proudest yank, but yeah, I watched it. Tell me about this. Give me the behind the scenes.
Imagine explaining that to Cass. Like, hey, I'm gonna get naked. There's this scene from Goodfellas. I'm gonna need you to film.
Real quick, did you get butt naked?
Oh, butt naked.
It's just your like shoulder blades up. Why?
I
are you
know.
butt
I don't
naked?
know. But like, do you want me to like I don't want to be on my shorts in the shower. Then I gotta like get out with like. I mean, it takes a little bit long to do this scene. Okay, I'm not
Sure.
a thespian. All right.
Yeah,
There was like 3 or 4 takes, and I actually was really impressed about how long it actually took.
Okay.
Like 10 to 15 minutes to.
It was great.
to do. Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. But I mean, like she's a real one.
She's absolutely a real one.
She's a real one.
You think about like, so you're butt naked in the shower, and you're like, babe, one more time. It's not good.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that one was too. You got to get a tight shot. I was giving her like, I was like fucking Stanley Kubrick in there. It's like
Yeah.
tight shot. Now give me the phone. I got to get a northern profile.
Yeah, you
I
need
was
a
just
profile.
like I was coaching her through it, and you know what? We got it done in like 10 to 15 minutes, right before the 1 o'clock games came on.
Not bad.
But
Not bad at all.
no, I was happy with it.
That's got to be a little spooky though, because I think about like all the different times I get nervous and my wee wee shrinks up. Acting wee wee's got to be the tiniest of all.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I hope she didn't look. I didn't even think about
She
that. Matt.
glimpsed. I think she glimpsed. She's holding the camera here and she's looking down. She's like, I made a mistake.
Dude, a soft peen is so bad.
It's soft acting pee. That's crazy, dude. Every time I've acted in anything, I know that my thing is shrunk up inside of my sternum.
Getting on stage, are you soft as a tissue?
I fluctuate back. I think I get like harder and softer throughout.
You're on a boner on stage?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How
a
have
little bit
you?
chubbed.
So if I was on stage, I'd probably go hand in pocket and try to like kind of put my hand in my pocket a little bit.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm a big waistband guy.
Oh, you tuck up?
Oh, I tuck up.
That's crazy. The
it
tuck up's
really?
always been nuts.
Really?
I pinch between and it hurts so bad, and I just make it
Oh,
work.
you got to do the tuck up, dude. It's just not as.
I think a pinch between is a move.
Yeah, dude. We're talking about
We were
what.
just talking about you, dude.
Yeah, we're talking about what you do when you have a boner on stage because he's a comedian. So I do the tuck up.
I thought I was the only one.
Now, so I do the tuck
What
up.
is the crowd looking like if you're getting a boner?
That's a good question.
Well, you either enter
what's
like
the age range here? Because that's important.
adults,
Okay,
grown-up
good.
adults,
yeah.
good,
We're not
good.
daycares,
Good,
borderline
good.
7
Yeah,
years
so
old.
he's a comedian and stuff. So
I'm gonna go talk.
Yeah.
So do you? So he does. What do you do?
I pinch between the legs and I clench and I
Really?
just kind of it hurts so
You don't
goddamn
just do
bad.
the old strap method.
He does
throw that
tuck up
bitch in
too.
there?
Yeah, they say beauty is pain and you guys need to learn about that,
Yeah.
dude.
Beauty. Wait, so you pinch and where do you put it?
Right between the thighs.
So you let it
You go-
stretch the whole time?
Yeah,
You
I-
like Buffalo Bill from Sounds
How
of
big
Lambs.
is your shit? Be honest.
Awfully small. I
Okay,
walk
so
like
that's
there's
why-
a strong
Exactly.
gust of
Motherfucker
wind.
like me, 9. Okay, I'm lying.
Yeah, of course you're lying, dude.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's your name?
I'm Ash, bro. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm
We're
Kyle.
actually rolling right now too.
Yeah, I know. I saw
But
that.
I'm playing both sides today. I got Kamala Harris under here.
Nice.
True.
Yeah.
You gotta
Kind
do
of
what
like
you
a
gotta do.
whoever wins.
Kind of feeling
So-
purple today.
Guessing you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got a full-time job or you just a YouTuber?
No,
that's
play
a-
of words. No, it's my.
It's
my
your full-time job.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So
Nice, dude.
actually, we're the podcast that we run is called Men at Work. So originally we usually ask people like what they do for a living.
Right.
Here we're kind of asking people like what you do for a living. Obviously a YouTuber, and then like if Trump was elected, how would it better your job? Or if Kamala got
Oh.
elected, would it better your job? Like
Okay.
who getting picked would probably be better
honest,
for you?
I don't see how it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just seen more shit of Kamala being dumb. So
Okay.
I'm just
So,
big
like-
against Trump.
Sure.
I don't really
So your
care.
content doesn't matter your content whether who
Yeah,
gets
no,
elected.
I don't think it matters at all. To be honest.
'Cause you-
There's a lot more like real problems than like me about my YouTube videos. Like I'll be fine.
what kind of
All content creators will be fine.
But yeah.
Yeah, I
What content do you do? What kind?
Just kind of mic up, vlog, go around, talk
Pranks?
to people. Yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
I'm more like leaning towards just vlogging.
So what do you do here now?
Here in Philly, I came for the debate just
Yeah.
to like I don't know, mess with some people. Bring
Yeah.
debate. I have Trump on. I have Kamala Harris on.
Nice.
Go undercover.
Has anybody given you shit about having
I
both
just
on?
got here. I just
Oh.
saw you guys at the table. I was like, I want to talk to them. Fuck
We're,
it.
Nice.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
hard to rage bait. We can't even read either of your shirts, so we're not going to really be able to give you too much of a reaction. We can't read either of your shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? You guys
We're,
color-
we're two products of the Philly public school system.
What does that mean?
Oh, schools ain't that hard. That ain't that good here, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not
okay.
doing well.
Ah.
So what is the idea? So you're gonna go around and like you're gonna show people like,
no,
I'll have
I'm
my
just like,
shirt.
okay, so if there's a group of like, Kamala Harris supporters, I'll just go there with my Kamala Harris shirt and be like, yeah, fuck Trump, blah,
Yeah.
blah, get them
Oh.
round up, right? And then like underneath be like, take it off, and then I don't know.
Ah, okay.
Just, maybe, and then just some other like random conversations and just mess
like it.
around.
Okay, nice.
Nothing like too harmful, but like how people get here, or not here in Philly, but like
In general.
yeah, with political parties and shit, they'll tweak you out about anything.
Sure.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 22. I just turned 22.
Okay.
So you're
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
corporate
yeah.
America anytime soon.
Have you worked like an actual desk job or like a regular
Not a
job?
desk job, but I did detail for like half a year, like car detailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the table, kind of. I wasn't able to work before that, even though I wanted to, because I didn't have like my green card. I wasn't born here.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
wow.
born,
How
I was
about
born in
that?
the Middle East, so I
Oh,
wasn't
well,
able
nice.
to. I wanted to work, but I couldn't.
Yeah. When'd you
Know
come
what I
over?
What?
When'd you come over?
I was in like, I was like 4 years old.
Cool.
Okay.
But
Shit.
it takes a long time to get like your green card.
And you got it
the
now?
whole immigration. Yeah. I'm
Sweet.
still not a citizen though.
Really?
I'm
Oh.
still trying to. I still have like 2 more years. I just got my green card.
But
like,
once you get the green card, it's kind of like that's like the
Then you're
Willy Wonka
solidified.
golden ticket, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you might want to start taking politics a little more serious, then, dude.
No,
We're trying
I'm
to get
like
you
more into like
citizenized.
politics that I don't have to do with the U.S. Just like more like overseas, like
Yeah.
at least Middle East.
Sure.
Can you get deported still or no?
I'm sure if I do like a crazy felony, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like you're doing this YouTube shit.
No,
like,
but we don't do anything crazy. We're not putting buckets on people's heads. We're not.
Right.
I
We're
don't
not
know.
like
I think you're. I don't know. How many? What's your most viewed video yet?
5 point something mil.
Okay.
No shit.
So you've been there.
Yeah,
So
but
you've
that was like
gotten
that was like me going to. I got invited to like a hood, and they had a cookout, and I was just like messing around with all of them, and then it was good vibes. Like
Yeah.
I was fucking with them, they were fucking back
Okay.
with me. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yeah, because I was just saying, like, man, like that would kind of scare the shit out of me until I got like my citizenship, because I would be like,
On
you know,
edge.
you get that taste, you get that
Yeah.
5.7 million taste. You're like you keep.
Yeah, no,
What did that taste?
I'm not like
So then
I'm not like a
shit
clout
gets
demon.
crazier. It gets
No.
crazier.
A lot of
It gets
these-
crazier.
a lot
Then
of
you're putting
people that
buckets on
do-
people's head.
All the people that do like the prank scene or whatever, it's a bunch of like dumbass kids that just go and like try to piss someone off and hopefully get a good clip. But there's no longevity in that.
Yeah, I hate that fucking
You
content.
can't like people want to watch a video and feel good. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to watch you go and like get attacked every time. We'll get attacked though sometimes just for
Yeah.
filming. Like people freak out about the camera.
Yeah, some people. It's kind of generational a little
Yeah.
bit.
If someone's like nice about it, like, hey, I don't want to be recorded. Cool, I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
Right.
But if they're like immediately on some like OD shit, like fuck you, trying to grab the camera right away, it's like, all right, well, you're asking for it now. I'm gonna mess with you a little bit. and I'm gonna walk away. But
What's the craziest one that you've had, like an interaction where you're trying to talk to somebody and they just went berserk? You have anything like that where they just go nuts?
Like, yeah, I mean, I've had people like grab the camera, like hit me, punch me, like push me. I had a biker like try to swing at me.
It's always the bikers. Fuck
Yeah,
bikers.
he swung and
They
missed
suck.
because I got that
Yeah.
head
Bob and
movement
weave,
type
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Is this it though? Sorry.
So it was pretty good for about the last 30, 45 minutes.
You're
And then I
lying.
think it kind of has dispersed. Oddly enough, I thought it would get crazier. But go fuck around with those guys. Those guys suck.
Over there.
Yeah, the Obey Jesus guys.
But I don't like to step in like the religion.
It's not though. They just
or mess
well,
with
just be
people
like, ask them if they ever ask them if they'd be happier if they masturbated more. They probably would say yes.
Okay.
You can hit him with like the TikTok stuff and be like, how many bodies do you guys
Yeah.
have?
Nah, I don't know. Anything with religion, I
Maybe
try to
hates
respect
our
everyone's shit.
He
Yeah,
doesn't like-
hates our-
He's an
hates our
upstanding
suggestions.
guy.
That's
He's an
all right.
upstanding guy.
That's
Yeah.
right. 5.7 million views.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
but
can't
hey,
argue
you
with
guys are cool. You guys are cool.
Yeah, bro, a lot of fun, man.
Hope you guys have a good day.
Thanks,
Enjoy
brother.
yourself.
Good
Appreciate
luck,
you,
man.
bro. Good luck with
Stay
everything.
safe. Thanks for calling,
Take
man.
it easy.
What were we talking about?
Talking to boners.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was kind of a good conversation. Then he came on here, and I was like, I don't think he thought that we were going to be like as fucking cool as we are.
Cool and quick,
Dude,
honestly.
I don't want to brag.
What's that?
One of the 7 deadly sins.
Mhm.
Humble.
Humble.
But man, do we disarm people
God, we
by
we
how
go,
cool we are
we go,
sometimes.
guys, don't worry about us.
Guys.
Our entire podcast should be called, guys, don't even worry about us.
How you doing?
You right there, sir, putting the camera up right towards us. Don't even worry about us.
I want this footage.
Send this to my mom.
I want this footage.
My mom's scrapbooking. Send it to her, please.
This guy
She's a
just,
good lady.
Where are you from? Portugal.
You want to sit and talk to us for a little bit? We just interview random people.
You have to stream live in 30 minutes?
Well, then you got 10 minutes for us.
Are we going to be on it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not worried
Yeah,
about
I
it.
know,
We're just,
yeah.
we're just curious.
Yeah, we're just, honestly.
We're just kind of hanging out,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Hey, welcome.
Yeah. Hang 10. I had
Yeah.
a La Colombe call.
You guys from Portugal too? No? Where you from? I was going to say
sweet.
Bronx.
You want to sit and talk to us for a little bit?
Yeah, dude.
Come hang out, dude.
Come on, hang out. You
Why
could be
not?
you could be on the Portugal news.
Take a
Dude,
friggin-
you can sit here and record us.
Hell yeah. Take
Hell
a load
yeah.
off, man.
Hey, go Portugal.
Oh yeah.
Shout out the Casio watch, dude.
Shout out to
Hell yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I feel like I've seen you guys on TikTok.
Oh, I
That's why I
appreciate
came
that.
out over here. I was
Yeah?
like, I
Sweet.
think you guys.
wow.
How about
The
that,
algorithm
dude?
is working.
The algo.
Yeah.
Working.
You guys from Philly?
South Jersey and right outside of Philadelphia.
Oh,
but,
word.
Just
you know,
about, yeah.
Depends how far we are from Philadelphia. And then
yeah.
we just say we're from Philadelphia.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
how it usually goes around here.
We're proximity whores.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Tomas.
Tomas.
Tomas. So welcome. We're the Men at Work podcast. We just ask you what they do for a living. And
Cool.
then today's episode, we're trying to kind of relate it back to like who you're voting for and how it affects your job and everything.
Cool.
What do you do?
In terms of money, I'm unemployed and I'm on unemployment. I have a math degree, a bachelor's degree in math, and I recently was laid off last May
What were you doing?
in project management and marketing.
Okay.
Trying to get back into doing like data analytics
Love it.
and stuff. And then I do like documentary photography as like a fine art practice.
Sweet.
And that's, the goal is to make money doing that, but it's with documentary photography, it's not very lucrative.
It's a grind, baby.
For now.
Yeah, exactly.
So can you tell us who you're voting for? Because that's kind of the point of the
Yeah,
podcast.
certainly. At this moment, I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
Got it.
At
Is
this
anything
moment.
going to sway you tonight?
No.
Okay.
What happens tonight isn't really what I would say. Like at the moment, it's
Yeah.
more her other like policies outside of the U.S. that
Yeah.
I really am less excited about.
Got it. Got it.
But yeah,
And then, so you're unemployed right now.
absolutely.
Who would be better for winning? Who would it be better for you if they won?
I think Kamala again.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that what's important is that we need to be mindful of open class people or working class people.
Got it.
And like I obviously have like I'm an educated person. I'm like a hardworking person. I'm not unemployed for being any like lazy or whatever. Like I'm not gaming the system. And I think that like I think Kamala has a lot more empathy and respect for people who are like working class and unemployed and like who need help from the system,
Got it.
which is like these, social programs that we have, like food stamps and unemployment and welfare and disability. Like the majority of the people that are on it, I believe are not trying to game the system. I think that they actually need it. And like, I need it. Like if I wouldn't be able to like eat and pay my rent if I didn't have unemployment right now. And I got laid off because of like
lack of work. It was like tech layoffs and
Sure,
stuff.
yeah.
So it
Was
wasn't like
performance.
wasn't performance. I did like the last job I had was like a service job at a grocery store, and I quit because I was like, my manager was racist, and so that's how I
pretty
got
tough, yeah.
unemployment. Now I filed a claim, and I was able to get like unemployment because of all of these situations that happened at work.
So it just seems like stuff is just stacking on top of each other right now, and you can't get your break.
Yeah, and it's like even a service job that was part-time, like I couldn't like get back on my feet. It was just like basically filling the time until my like new unemployment came reopened, and then I'm also like making more money on unemployment than I was making part-time.
Wow. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, not bad.
Which is great now,
Yeah.
but it also like it stinks. So I just don't want not only me but other working class people to have to like deal with the instability that I've had. And like fortunately my family is helpful and like my partner is helpful, but not everybody. Like some people are a few paychecks away from like being homeless. And living in Philly, I live near Kensington, which is where the largest open air drug market is. Like I know what
Selling
it looks
drugs
like.
isn't on the table, even though it's lucrative right,
Right.
down the street. I like
Exactly.
that.
Big chunk of change. Yeah,
Like
pretty
that.
sweet.
Yeah,
Just snap a couple pics.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think that's really important is that like the people who make up the city are working class people, and like the city is built on that, just like America. And so I think that she is better for that. And she, beyond any policy stuff, I think her compassion as a human being is what we need as working class people when we have struggles like this, and not like blame or judgment. Like, again, I'm not gaming the system. I don't believe it's my fault that I'm unemployed either. So I think in that same way,
Yeah, you seem like a
we
pretty
need-
likable dude who has some common sense and, you know, can talk to people and work a 9
Thanks.
to 5 and stuff. If you did get like the say you went back and got like the data analytics job, is there any semblance of anything that you can say like, okay, Trump would actually be good for that? Because I honestly don't even know like what he'd be good if he was in data or marketing analytics.
I think to keep some of my own politics personal,
Yeah, sure.
I think that there's a lot of other, like outside of that, I guess not really answering your question, like outside of that specifically, like my job wouldn't dictate, I think, who I would vote for.
Got it.
And like my income wouldn't dictate that because of...
Think though?
I do.
If it's higher earning, though, I always wonder like how that
Yeah.
might shift. If you start to earn more and more money, if you start to be, it might shift your politics. Now, obviously, we're not making
Yeah.
any money, so
No,
we
no,
can't really come from any.
And
I wish I could answer that question as much as you can.
Yeah.
I know many
I
people
wish I
who
liked
are,
Trump from
you
this
know,
podcast.
who are like, oh, I'm fiscally conservative, but I
Sure.
think like even those like regardless of how much money I have, like my mother's an immigrant, I'm Hispanic, I'm queer, like regardless of how much money I have,
Yeah, you're a liberal bingo board.
right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me. Like I would use that money for like giving back, and like obviously it's easy for me to say like with no
Sure.
no job, no money, to be like, well, I would be giving it back, but I don't believe that, like I don't believe capital should dictate laws, and like I don't believe capital should dictate the way the country runs. And so regardless of how much money I have, like I would be trying to stop that, like stop the control, like capital being what controls us.
Yeah.
And like
Now,
you
how's
know,
that work when you go back to the full-time job and stuff? Because you will probably be working in a corporate America,
Yeah.
which is if they don't make money. Obviously, you've been a part of it. You know, tech I guess wasn't making money. They did
Absolutely.
some layoffs and stuff. Is that kind of like it kind of sucks because I always like laugh at people, not laugh at people, but I always think like, you know, people are like, I can't believe this shit is happening, blah blah blah. They like tweet all this shit, and then it's like, well, you're tweeting on an iPhone that's made by like a Chinese slave and stuff. So I think there's always like a contradictory model to everything.
yeah.
So like, what do you think about that? How it's like, is that like a conflict of interest that you're like probably going to go back to a capitalist
Yeah.
society?
I think that at this moment, again, as like a working class person, I don't have a choice to, like, I don't have the like means to leave this country, which is for me my ideal. Like I don't like, I want to, as a son of an immigrant,
Yeah.
like I want
You wanna
to
go back?
get out. Yeah, I want to go back
Where
to
do you
the
wanna
Dominican
go?
Republic,
Dominican
where my
Republic?
mom was born. Like, and I think to answer your question though, like, and I probably sound like a broken record, like there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, and so like I have to feed myself, and I have to pay my rent, and I have to like put clothes on my back, and the only way for me to do that is to work a job.
So just
And-
dealing the cards that are dealt is basically
Yeah.
the larger. So I always wondered about this. I mean, and you seem like an extraordinarily empathetic person. You talk about you give back money. Is there any, like, does the empathy extend to maybe the other side where they're coming from a position of like, maybe the capital does dictate them, it's dictated their life. Not saying they're right, but can you look at them and go, okay, I can understand at least where you're coming from in this regard. It's all you've ever known. Does that ever like seep into it?
Yeah, I grew up in Morgantown, West Virginia, near West Virginia University.
How the hell did you get over here?
Go Nears.
Yeah. So a lot of I can get into that how I got here, but a lot of what I grew up with was like being surrounded by a lot of, I would say, like Republican and Trump supporters, especially when I was in high school. Like I graduated high school in 2017, so like the middle of my high school was the first Trump election.
Sure.
And so it was like, oh, like none of us can vote, so we're all just gonna like yell at each other in class about what we believe in. And like it was unfortunate that like I lived in a place, like unfortunate for me that I was like outnumbered. Like it was like everybody that was peers was like, oh, I like Trump for this reason and that reason. And I'm like, what about these reasons?
Yeah, like your classmates are like pulling their lips away from their cousin to yell at you about why Trump's good. It's got to be an exhausting thing to deal with.
But I think that as I've grown up, I've learned that exactly what you're saying. Like, and West Virginia is the perfect example. They talk about, anytime you go to West Virginia, they talk about McDowell County, which is the poorest like county district in the country, and also in West Virginia. And like, I think if you were to go to a place like that, it looks like it's the 1800s still,
right?
With some electricity. Damn. And so it's hard to like, yes, I can expect like a certain level of intelligence and a certain level of like understanding from everybody, but when they don't even have Walmart, like those specific people, like Walmart doesn't exist in McDowell County, like it's hard to be like, well, like you're ignorant. Well, it's like, yeah, of course, because you haven't had the access to the same like information that I do, or the same like just like media, or like like people that are here. Like even this is all influential to your beliefs, like any interaction you have. And so the lack of interactions and the lack of, you know, business and the lack of this and that and the other thing, like none of the candidates go to McDowell County to talk about what they have. Like
neither of the candidates. Yeah. Right. You're saying,
and so I think from that perspective, like I learned that like not everybody comes from the same background as clearly, right? Like not everybody comes from that same background. And so it's important that like they are educatable, even if they don't necessarily believe the same thing as me. Like I can still be like, hey, I think that this is wrong, or like this is my belief, and like I'm gonna educate you on it. You don't have to agree with it, you don't have to move forward on it, but like every person, regardless of their belief, is able to learn. Sure. Because how else do they have beliefs?
So, and I think I'm on the same page as you. I always wonder, and this is not me just trying to refute things you're saying, it's just to make interesting conversation. I think sometimes that standpoint of these people can learn, they just don't know, I think that can be, the grandstanding can rub people the wrong way, where it almost makes them kind of suck back into themselves, where you're telling them, I know more than you do, let me explain to you why you're wrong, as opposed to saying, let me relate to like you're the poorest county in the Northeast or wherever you're at. Like how do you go about kind of deconstructing them wanting to suck into their own egos when they're told, oh, you don't know as much as me, let me help you out.
And then again, like, do they ever want to change? Like,
right,
changing sucks.
I mean it's almost impossible.
I think there's a lot of work. There's multiple like situations. Like for instance, if you're at work, like in a service industry job, and a customer says something that you maybe don't agree with, like for me, I like in that position, I wasn't gonna go up to them and be like, hey, I don't really agree with that, because it's not like, I call it like, it's not a teaching moment, and it's not a moment to be like, hey, like you made somebody feel this way, or you like hurt somebody, like let's talk about why. Not even like this is my belief. It's just like, hey, like you've created some level of harm, whether it's emotional, physical, whatever. Like let's have a conversation about why you did this and why this person is harmed. Because if you didn't, like the classic, like I don't assume malicious intent, like I never do. Like can it get me burned? Absolutely. But like if you go at it with that, like I'm the one who's in charge of how I react to things. And if I understand after learning about the situation that you had malicious intent, like then I can act. But if you guys are asking me these questions, like I'm not being like, oh, you guys don't like me or you don't like this. Like I'm just trying to give you my answers and know that you're trying to understand, or like you're existing for yourselves. And so Makes sense. Think again, similar to that, like I don't like, I and my friends will say this too, like I don't like being known as like better than somebody, or like I don't want to be like I'm better than you, even if it's like objective, like sports, like oh I can shoot the ball better. Like it's not something that I guess I like enjoy feeling. And
Right.
so what's more important to me is that like we can find common ground, like you're saying, and like that you are like you and me both are educatable. And so if you have something that I'm unaware of, like I'm gonna meet you at that level too and say, okay, like I want that information, even if it's not something that,
I know you necessarily
pretty
agree
fair
with.
to
Yeah.
You seem like you have really peaceful MJ versus LeBron conversations.
Yeah.
LeBron.
That's what I knew. Let's fucking go.
But LeBron, I mean, if you want to get there, like LeBron,
I don't wanna get
LeBron
into
has
it.
objectively like been good for longer. So
Yes.
like if like regardless of
Jordan
even
did average 20 points a
skill-
game at 39, 40 years old.
And they didn't make the playoffs.
I know. I'm just saying that.
right? I think yeah.
They did go like 20 and 60. All right.
It does feel like the Michael Jordan is kind of a Republican pick and LeBron is kind of a Democrat pick. Deep down, somehow in my heart,
Well,
and
Hey,
Brady, that makes
Republicans
sense.
buy shoes too, like you said.
That's true. That's true. And LeBron did speak out against Hong Kong and free speech against Daryl Morey.
He did not speak out against Hong Kong.
Mal LeBron?
LeBron, dude.
Yeah.
CCP LeBron.
What was your
baby.
name again?
Tomas.
Tomas.
Tomas,
I don't even
thank
think
you
I
so
got
much.
it. I'm sorry,
It
man.
was great
You did.
meeting you,
Dude,
man.
great job, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
I think we would fucking kill it as a country if we had more people like you who were just like, I don't agree with everything you say, but like I'm willing to have a conversation with you, and it's not going to go too high, too low, and
Just hear where you
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, and what's important to me is that everybody is capable of learning. And so we don't have to treat people as if they're like closed off.
Mhm.
Like some people are, and like the older you get, I do believe that, you get more closed off because you become more ingrained in it. But I still believe that like I've taught my mom who's 62 or whatever, like I've taught her new things and new ways to look at things that I think that she's gained from. And like, yeah, I think that's kind of all.
sick, bro.
Shared
Yeah.
experien's, baby.
Yeah,
That's all it
absolutely.
is.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
You guys are great.
Thanks,
We'll get
man. A lot of fun.
Good luck
Be
on the
safe,
job
have
hunt.
fun.
Oh man, I want a Trump supporter, so I kind of have to. Hey, big dog, big dog.
Papa.
How you doing, man? Yeah, take your time. You got some precious cargo. How's everything going? Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm Kyle. This is Matt. Let me guess who you're voting for.
Good guys.
So what brought you to the Kamala Harris debate?
Yeah. What you got? You gonna record us so that we don't do any of this fake news media bullshit?
Oh, you know what? I was going to say, I hope we're not the fake news.
No, we're not the fake news. We're just a
The
podcast.
enemy of the people.
We're just a podcast on YouTube. But we actually we're a podcast called Men at Work. So we just go around places typically and ask people what they do for a living. Now, what do you do for a living?
Well, I just...
And make sure you talking to the mic.
Okay. I don't want to... I have an hourly job. I
Got
don't
it.
want to mention
That's fine, yeah.
my
Do you do customer
employer, but I
service?
also... Yes, customer service. And I also... I'm an independent contractor.
Got it.
I clean businesses also.
Got it. And so you obviously want Trump to win.
Oh, of course.
And why would Trump winning be good for your job in customer service as well as an independent contractor?
Oh, well, I mean, economy is number one. It all boils down to drill, baby, drill. So
Okay.
everything is more expensive because of the new green new scam, whatever you want to call it, the new
Okay.
green scam. Kamala, she says, oh, I'm against fracking in 2019. And then she tries to cover it up in 2020. She said she changed her mind, and she said so when she was running for vice president. And now she's holding to that she hasn't changed her mind, but she was totally against fracking in 2019. She's a fraud. She doesn't want to talk. She can't talk. I'm surprised they're doing a debate tonight.
Yeah. Well, she's a firm prosecutor. I'm actually kind of interested to see her.
Yeah.
So fracking, you talked about fracking.
Yeah.
How does that, is that just you as a person that you care about that policy, or does fracking also help your work life?
Well, it just helps my grocery bills and my gas bills. Somebody owes me gas money because ever since they shut off the pipeline, and they don't want to the pipeline in America here, and they Joe is pretty much shut down oil. We could be independently. We were independent as far as energy production. We were actually exporting oil. So that affects our grocery bills because everything costs more to transport the food, to run the farm equipment, to run the buildings with the refrigeration, and also to my gas bill, also my gasoline bill, and also my electricity went up.
Okay. What's a grocery bill look like you? When you're hitting like a Trader Joe's or something like that, what are you grabbing while you're there? Are you a meats guy? You strike me as a meats guy.
Strike me as a big red meat guy.
Big kind of like steaks and potatoes.
Well, I'm low carb, so I do
Really?
eat more. Yeah.
That's a little bit Kamala if you're low carb.
Oh, is it?
Kind of a liberal diet, if you ask me.
All right. Okay. So, no, I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but they have it broken down. Are we paying like 3 or 4 times more? You know, on an average, it's up there.
Big dog, I won't disagree with you. Okay,
Yeah.
I've noticed it in my pocket. I'm
Thanks
sure
for
you've
pricing.
noticed it in my pocket, in your pocket. Eggs are out of control.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got that. They really don't want us eating meat. They rather have us eating bugs if you talk to some of them, you know.
So you think
And actually, let me
go ahead.
interject.
Yeah.
Bugs, our bodies, humans were not made to really
Eat bugs.
to eat bugs. Yeah,
well, if you're a
there's a
hunter-gatherer,
there's a science.
I ate a couple bugs as a kid, and I'm like 6'2". I feel like that's pretty good.
Something about the enzyme or whatever. I'm going to look into it more,
Oh,
but
sure.
I know John the Baptist ate bugs in the desert. But
Sure.
and he's a saint.
yeah,
He wrote the Bible.
so I don't know. I want to examine that, but I could believe that we're not made to eat bugs.
Yeah. Trump wins in November. Groceries are going down. Gas is going down.
Right.
Okay.
And then also, well, the enemy of the people are the fake news, as you know. So we have to protect freedom of speech. You know, I think.
I would say those people have too much freedom of speech.
Perhaps.
Because journalism, I think we can all be adults here and just be like, journalism has gone downhill.
Oh yeah. If you want to call it journalism,
Like, there's no one doing like real, like
So-
there's like a 1% of people like doing real journalism. I mean, the amount of shit that they've tried to cancel people for, or do this or do that for, and then have to retract it or write like, and never really actually come out and retract it,
Right.
but always have like this little blurb down at the bottom of the of the thing after you read, 7 different paragraphs like that. I actually do agree with you.
Yes.
Like, not technically fake news. I do think journalists are still good, but there's also some journalists that are like, how the fuck did you get this job?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, they're getting paid a lot of money to lie. What I was going to say is, like, as far as us getting in, I think that's going to be protected or not to be allowed to be attacked. The government under Biden they admitted, actually, Mark Zuckerberg just came out saying,
fair.
that the government was pressuring him to censor. So as far as the government in cahoots with the enemy of the people, that's going to come to an end.
But I wonder if I think
or-
Facebook might need to be censored. My mom is just on there far too. My mom and my grandmom. You'd be shocked by the amount of Snoopy things they repost on
When's
Facebook.
the last time you reposted status on Facebook?
No, I actually don't do Facebook.
What do you
I
do?
never have.
True Social?
MySpace.
No, I really don't. This is my social right here,
Okay.
walking around with it.
I was gonna say though, you should become a content creator because now Russia is paying people $400,000 a month just to do conservative media.
I got interviewed from some guy from Russia. Yeah, no, I would think maybe.
you slip your bag?
Maybe I should. I was told I should have a YouTube channel.
You really should.
So yeah. I had a lot of fun walking around with him. Did I tell you? 10 to 1. I've been walking around with him since Mar-a-Lago. A month after they invaded Mar-a-Lago illegally, to seize documents, I invented him. And
You invented him after they invaded Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, a month later, I created him. And
What was the inspiration?
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago was the inspiration. Oh, I don't know. I mean, just I thought of it, and I had so anyhow.
What do you call it? Like Trump Scarecrow or?
No, I call him the Donald.
The Donnie.
Does he get taken apart when you go home at night, or does he stay like that?
No. He's just. But I did have to update him after he got shot.
You did. You did. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, and just for fun, before I cut the wood, I checked out how tall he was. So it's cut 6 feet 2 inches. Yeah.
That can't be that can't be true.
Yeah.
Can I get a measurement? He's what are you 6'5"? I'm 6'1", 6'2".
I think you got to be the one.
We'll see if I measure correctly.
Yeah. I do appreciate how authentic it is for going from the pre-shot Donald Trump.
Yeah.
and
No,
then
go for it.
Post-shot Donald Trump.
Wait, you know what? I want to take my bag.
What do you think? Does it look true to size? 6'2"? Oh, wow. White guys for Trump.
His eyes, I have a little story on his eyes.
Go on his
I
eyes.
had to steal my granddaughter's blue magic marker
Okay,
to like do the eyes. So
Stop the steal, dude.
yeah, I know. Stop the steal. So,
Stop this Crayola steal.
I know.
Yeah.
My God. Well, hey, listen.
So anyhow, there'll be big changes. Like I said, the economy, I expect to do better. The actually, we need the justice. I mean, a lot of the courts are corrupt, and with all the fake indictments or whatever, I believe that's going to start getting cleaned up also.
He'll be in office.
Jamming down our throat what
Pause.
they want to feed the kids in public school. That's going to be,
What are they feeding the kids?
Low carb diets.
Yeah.
no, well, we know they want them to have sex changes behind their
Oh.
parents' back, and are you really, are you really a boy or a girl, or what's your sexual orientation, and
This is all happening?
Oh, please! I know, but you won't hear from the fake news. Come
Got it.
on, you know it.
Yeah,
you know
got it. Okay.
So I mean, that's just off the bat right there.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go take a really 40,000.
I don't know if we want to go there.
You don't know. I mean, if you want the side that leans toward God, vote Republican. If
Okay.
you want the godless side, in many ways, just look to the left.
Got it. All right. Hey, good luck in
It was
November.
great talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for hanging
Nice
out.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Great talk.
I love how you got it true to size, brother. Cheers.
I didn't think
Thank
so.
you.
Thank you. We'll
Awesome.
take that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again. Appreciate it. Be safe. Have fun. What the hoot and holler?
What do you think so far?
I think people are sick, dude. That's what we have to realize is most people you see are just kind of nice, chill people that are just trying to hang 10.
Dude, they just want to be talked to.
That's it.
They just
If
want to be
you-
listened to.
If you grab somebody that has an opposing thought that you do, talk to them. I guarantee within 15 minutes you could kind of at least get them to change a little bit.
Like even that Trump guy. Like he's like, Trump. I thought he was like, you know what? Gas going down. I have a customer service job. I drive there. I go get groceries.
Yeah.
I drive there. My gas bill's a little high. And I'm not going to disagree with him on that.
Yeah, it's high.
He got to some other points that I didn't really understand.
Yeah, I had a hard time following. He kept staring at the Trump thing. I did want to touch it the entire time.
But he had conviction. You know what? That's all we can fucking.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes. If you tell me an opinion or a thought that's not true with conviction, I'll believe it and I'll tell other people that they're wrong if they disagree.
100%.
That's all it takes. I have a bad
100%.
brain. Hey, guys.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, friends.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, guys.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, down here.
Hey.
Hey, wasabi.
Hey.
How we doing?
How's your day going?
How are we?
You doing okay? Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
what's up? How you doing?
Welcome.
You guys want to sit down and hang out for a
Hey,
little
you
bit?
want to come on the podcast? How are you?
Great.
My name's Kyle. This is Matt.
Nice to meet you.
We're the
Sounds
Minute.
about right.
What's that mean?
Kyle and Matt. Common names.
Okay.
Shauna, nice to meet you.
Shauna, come on. I think we're getting off on the wrong
Shauna,
foot
I don't
here.
want to start
I
that
think you
way,
have
Shauna.
predisposed ideas about the
Yeah,
fellowship.
I don't think you like us. I think you think a little differently than we really
Yeah.
are. So anyway, we're the Men at Work podcast. And the reason why we're out here is we ask you what they do for a living. And we also want to find out who people are voting for and how it affects their job.
Great. So I'm a healthcare worker.
Love it. And then who are you voting for?
Kamala.
Kamala. Okay.
Just kidding. Kamala.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that. Said it wrong initially and reversed it. I've been there many times.
Yeah.
So what
It
leads
was
you?
intentional.
Okay.
Oh, why?
Because of the mispronunciation of her name.
Is that
Oh,
widespread?
did I mispronounce it?
No, just in general.
Oh, okay. And sorry, so I get the right pronunciation. What is it?
Kamala?
Kamala. Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely been a Kamala guy.
I've gone back and forth.
go back
I
and
hit.
forth.
Yeah, because
How
I think
do you
I'm
go
being
back
short.
and forth on how
Well,
someone else pronounces
Like
their
water,
name.
crown, crayon.
But it's someone's name, not like an object.
I just can't be perfect.
Yeah.
I try my hardest just to be the best guy I can be.
So what? So I feel like
Thanks,
you.
Kyle.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah,
Shauna.
people call me Kylie. Happens.
So you're a healthcare
Oh,
worker.
no, people have called me lots of things.
Well, we're just calling you
Not us.
happy for sitting down with us.
Yeah.
So you're a healthcare worker. You're voting for Kamala. Do those things mix together? Do you inform your decision?
All right, come on.
I said it right.
I was just checking.
You did
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind talking to the mic, sorry, we can't really hear you.
No, it's cool. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
So you're a healthcare worker. You're voting for Kamala. Are those two things intertwined, or do you look at your politics different from how it works with your job? Are there things in your job that inform how you vote and why you're voting for Kamala?
It's, I mean, both.
Mhm.
So it would, meaning like the party and the particular politics depend on what kind of thing I'm voting for. So, of course.
Sure.
Got it.
But I don't know how to answer that.
You want to reference the question differently?
Yeah, I guess we just wonder about, you hear about people who are voting maybe for Trump because they're worried about how much money they're making. You hear about people that work at a certain job series, and I think the job series or what they do for a living would obviously inform who they're voting for. Is there anything directly in your job that has led you to vote for Kamala, or is it like a totally
sure.
outside
I'm in
thing?
healthcare. I mean, usually you vote Democrat because they, for the most part, put in more human rights and that kind of.
Has there ever been a Republican candidate that was actually good for healthcare?
Yes.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know off the top of my head, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is that like a thing that's maybe instead of being like a specific candidate, is it somebody that's assigned to like certain parties? Is there a party that's better for your line of work?
Democrat.
Democrat in general.
For
Okay.
the most part.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Are you a doctor, a nurse, a PhD? Or are you in
Mental health.
mental health? Okay.
Okay.
And have you found that like mental health, a lot of your industry sways Democrat?
They have to
They have to. Why so?
because of the policies.
Policies in terms of like funding and not getting a lot
Not
of fun.
necessarily
No?
even money, just the mindset.
We're two idiots that don't follow politics.
Yeah,
so,
we're
like,
not
yeah,
really.
I can see.
Well, I mean,
What
it's-
is it? You're coming very angry. We're just hanging out. We're hanging 10, Shona.
I don't.
But
feel
what kind of
angry.
policies?
I don't feel angry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, you just agree that we're idiots. Usually people will at least just be polite. We'll just say, oh, whatever.
It didn't
Why
feel
would I be
like
polite?
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
I know.
Of course. Yeah.
So that's why I come off angry to you.
Why is that?
Because you think I'm supposed to be polite.
No, I don't. I just said you could.
I'm in mental
I have
health.
no.
You said you wanted to talk about work.
Yes.
So that's your perception.
So you're obviously not a fan of the other side. Do you look at their mental health like there's something
I
wrong?
don't believe in sides. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so you're voting for Kamala. It's come down to Kamala Trump. Do you look at people who
Because I
support
have
Trump?
to.
Right. But do you look at people who are supporting Trump as there might be something from a mental health perspective that you?
Yes, Trump is very ill.
Right.
Anybody that speaks the way he speaks about minorities and women, I mean, that's narcissism. 80% of mental health and healthcare believes that. It's not like we don't have a back and forth about it for
Sure.
the most part. I mean, certain areas of the country,
Mhm.
sure.
But his supporters in particular, like people that are just gung ho nuts, kind of.
The poorly educated?
Is that what you think it is? It's just an education issue. They don't.
No, I think it's a race issue for the
Oh,
most
wow.
part.
Okay, so it's multiple things.
Gotcha.
I can read micro expressions.
Oh, what's that?
Exactly.
what do you think the micro expressions that we're giving? Or is it about us? You're saying, or about the people who support Trump?
Everybody has micro expressions. It's like asking me if somebody has an eye.
Yes, but
Oh.
you brought it up. I thought maybe you noticed some specific micro expressions on our part, or like from
Yes,
them.
so I have worked with sex offenders
Okay.
for about 20 years.
Okay.
Wow.
And I have a 90% rate of being able to figure out if someone could assault somebody prior to them doing so.
Right.
And I can tell you for sure that Trump is a rapist, and I didn't need the news media or the fake news media
Sure.
to tell me that.
Makes
Got
sense.
it. Okay. All right. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank you
having
for
on.
sitting
We
down.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Nice to
appreciate
meet
it.
Yeah,
you.
we have. Sorry, I got a little clammy.
No,
Um,
no problem.
He's got all the
Thank you.
socials for you and everything.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
And thank you for sitting down.
Yeah, thank you very much. We
Look at
appreciate
it.
it.
Whew. Man. We're just gonna bring the next guy on with the dog.
Yeah, Boo Boo is also here.
Okay.
Boy, come on up.
Whoa.
Boo Boo is also here. Stay here and relax.
Hi, what's your name?
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo. There's some headphones for you.
Me, I'm Peter.
Peter. Nice to meet you,
Yeah,
Peter.
Peter Jam.
How's everything going?
Great.
Great.
Sit a little bit front, right?
Yeah. So, what's the dog's name?
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
Yeah, this is Boo Boo.
How old's Boo Boo? What kind of dog?
Boo Boo is 4 years old. You know, it was just his birthday. We went to DC. You know, we're celebrating.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he really liked DC. You know, like he was really cool. So this guy is like 5-time surrender, kill shelter dog.
Oh.
I was practicing, you know, my approach.
Yeah.
Which is pet psychology. You know, I got published for it, and you know,
Congratulations.
the book got sold out at Barnes and Noble a couple of times.
Oh, not the brag.
So it's kind of a different thing how we communicate with animals,
Yeah.
Oh.
based on social sciences and social.
Like
Social
micro expressions, things like that.
Yeah,
even by
I mean,
dogs?
mostly my approach is on energy
Mm-hmm.
at the moment and building up your relationship on the long run.
Got it.
Not like treat, reinforcement, shocking colors,
Ooh.
you know, so the transactional stuff. So my approach, it can be practiced on any sentient being, including human to human, which is the core values of how you can earn respect. And what really is respect? I speak 4 different languages, and I looked it up, and I toured over 40 countries. So I came out that, for example, respect is the very core value, which is simply as clear attention.
Got it.
So if I'm on my phone, you're asking me something,
True.
it's like, so I gotta give you clear attention. The same as right now, I'm gonna check. All right, are you ready for this?
Let's give it a look.
Look, who looks in my eyes?
Wow.
So-
Oh, yeah, you do have really good eye contact. You haven't really
Yeah.
broken it with either of us.
That is the most essential thing. So what happens with dogs? If any Center City dog, if the owner calls them, or they don't look, they don't give a shit,
Yeah.
or they look at this part of the body. What does
Okay.
it mean? There's treats there. So what's happening here? They don't give you respect. They give you what you have. So I'm like watching your watch, your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Or like, if you're a woman, I'm looking at your boobs. I don't care about you.
Okay,
You see
sure.
what I-
Got it.
so
Sure,
I'm-
sure.
My analogies can be crazy, right?
Sure,
Because
no,
I'm
you're
into so much psychology. So just try to explain the point. So this is the basic one. Then we go into developing trust.
Yeah.
So what is trust? In one of the languages I speak, trust is feeling secure. So security. So what do I say developing? So it's trust. I don't believe that trust is broken. There is no trust or there is trust. Trust is always developing or degrading between couples, relationships,
Yeah.
any kind of relationship.
I hear you.
Friends. So how much you feel secure? I could say I can trust you with my phone. I don't trust you with my wallet. We're buddies, right? We live together. And then, no, I trust you with this and that. And for example, also intimate couples, it starts you can hold my hand, but not other parts of my body, And then little by little, you can get naked,
Well, yeah.
Analogy, I'm giving analogy.
Of course, yeah.
So the same goes for dogs that I work with shelter, It's like, no, don't touch me, And then you say little by little, the more trust there is, the more there is feeling secure.
Sure.
And then the last but not least is earning respect, developing trust, love, and joy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Love is not affection.
What is the difference? What would you say is the?
$1 million question.
Yeah.
So affection. So the more affection you give, the more protection you need. So affection is the transactional give and take love.
Okay.
So there isn't any trust. You see what I mean? So in my book, I say it's the gold digging cycle. So the affection. So affection, there is no protection. So there's no feeling safe.
Yes.
It's not like somebody that you're living with 10 years and you trust them, who they are and what they're doing. So that is love. Love, always I say love and joy.
Yeah.
It's always develop. And the first page of my book, I said the purpose of life is to be happy. And happiness turns to joy. And what is joy then? It turns into a compassion. So
And this is all with a dog. This all relates back to having a pup. This is a pup gets what's that look like? Because I would think a pup's looking for a couple treats, a couple quick affections, a couple rubs on the tongue. Which very honestly, so am I.
So that the more you do that, the more you're conditioning the dog that you don't have to care about me.
Yeah.
You're saying whoever gives you treats, go say hello to them, and there is no loyalty there. So the loyalty is kind of getting less. These guys that are unconditional love and loyalty,
Yeah.
I can go to this chick right now and get the treat and get the leash from her, and the dog will not look. Do that to Boo Boo. Boo Boo might bite you.
You'll never see me do that to Boo Boo.
No,
Never
I'm
once.
just saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, get the treat, and I'm telling you, Boo Boo will leave and come back. He will leave and come back.
So you
to
think that's something that relates back to relationships with the gold digger? Have you been with a gold digger before, a lady?
Oh
who's
yeah,
just,
yeah. I was touring over 40 countries, as a musician, and I was ambassador for peace, in the UN.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
that's how I came here. And post-COVID, I focused on pet psychology, my degree. So before that, I was touring, delivering speeches, different stuff, non-political. I don't believe in politics.
And what was that
So-
like being a peace ambassador in the UN? What's that look like?
So it's a non-governmental office, social and economic office in the UN. So it's kind of inter-religious and inter-cultural conferences.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bringing people together, regardless what culture, what background, what religion they come up. These days we see those things are kind of dividing people.
Yeah.
So my role is kind of uniting them with the languages that I speak and about the religions that I've studied and how we can get them together. And actually I have a speech on 21st in Center City for the International Day of Peace. They invited me as peace ambassador.
Wow.
So the title is how can you have peace in the times of turmoil? So there is the times of turmoil we're living, right?
So what's that? Weed is the answer? Weed? You keep
can
hearing
be-
about a
it
little
can
marijuana
be-
weed.
What
Take
is
a
the-
puff.
Yeah. What is the puff and the weed? Is the treaty for the dog. It might give you, like.
So when people smoke weed, they're just taking a treaty. We're
Yes,
boo-boo. Every
yes,
time we take a hit of
yes.
weed, we are boo-boo.
What is this in psychology? Dopamine boost.
Yeah,
What is
true.
dopamine? Pleasure.
Yeah.
It's not love, it's pleasure. So the more dopamine goes, the serotonin goes down. What
Yeah.
does it mean? You're gonna get more depressed.
Yeah.
So right now you're so happy. You're like, having like top orgasm.
Oh,
but
whoa.
then
Yeah.
you're gonna go like after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour, 2 hours.
Then you're gonna like call her Uber to get her home, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
dude. Every time I fucking orgasm, then it's like you lose all your dopamine.
Exactly. No, you lose the serotonin. You see what's happening?
Sorry.
Dopamine boosts. I mean, I'm not against dopamine.
What do you do again?
So what's that?
What do you do again for a living?
He's an
Me?
author and a touring
He's an
musician.
author and a touring musician.
That's
Okay.
exactly right.
Yeah, and also pet psychologist.
So we were
talks
just-
about pet psychologist.
And PSUN.
We kind of like jump off from because in my website there is the 3 different characters that
Of
I
course.
have. The last 15 years of my life.
Sure.
So
You seem like a guy who's had an eccentric past.
Yes.
Like
That's
you're
right.
experienced in dopamine and kind of the pleasures of life and understanding the difference between pleasure and. You have any wild stories from back in the day before you had an understanding like this? Where you're
So
like,
in my book, there is the story of how I got cancer and died twice. And I woke up, and also I'm a 3-generation survivor, so I'm Armenian and Lebanese.
Sure.
So my grandpa survived the Armenian genocide,
Yeah.
and my dad was born in Old City, Jerusalem, before State of Israel, 46, 48 was. So then I was born in Beirut in the 80s. There was civil war, bombs everywhere. So I grew up like that. And then I got cancer and died. I didn't die from the war. So
what does that mean? You actually flatlined when you had cancer? Or?
No, so it was twice, and it's in my book. So the first time it was during the biopsy, and it has a story about it, So how it happened in the biopsy that,
Were you above yourself?
No,
Oh.
no. It was kind of like the guy has to go in the just to get like into the lymph node.
Yeah, got
So
it,
he
yeah.
goes he got like nervous breakdown. The guy that was doing the surgery. So he went into my lung. I passed out.
Yeah.
They put me in the ER. Pump. I woke up, and then when I
Wow.
woke up, I was like heavily breathing. So that was the first time, and second time is after the 3rd chemo. So the 3rd chemo was heavy. I got anemia again, like boof, go up and down. And then, it was very hard path, 6 months of near death experiences.
Sure.
Eventually, I survived and I got cured 100%.
Yeah.
And the 6 months next to it, I was asking why I didn't die.
Wow.
What is my purpose of life? And what should I do? I come from a poor family. What should I do? I cannot get out of the shithole Lebanon,
Yeah.
I don't have any visas, any whatever. And then there's a story, the second chapter of my book, I talk about it.
Got it.
So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger stuff.
Where can people buy the book before we get you off here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the book called?
The book Magic Starts With You.
All right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What was your
Peter
name?
Jem.
was
My
your
name
name?
is Peter Jem.
Peter Jem?
Peter Jem.
J-A-M, yeah.
Dude,
thanks so
Yeah.
much. We
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
Great
thanks.
perspective on life.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Welcome.
Cool.
How you guys doing?
I think we're doing good, man. My girl actually paid attention to you guys over here and was like, you guys should do this. And a part of me and Ryan were like, fuck, we are.
Yeah.
But then we were like, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. A lot of people aren't like you two. A lot of you were like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, there's some people that were
I was
not
kind of like
too
that
nice.
right before I
Yeah.
walked in.
But we appreciate it. But I mean, you guys still might be that way after if I lay down the law.
Yeah.
Men at Work podcast. We ask people what they do for a living. This episode, we want to see what people are, who they're voting for, and how it affects their job. Still comfortable?
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, what do you do for a living?
So I work for a fraud detection company.
Pretty sick.
I'm a bartender.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But more interestingly, I just got back from a cross-country cycling trip that I did from Colorado to Seattle.
Wow.
Holy
So-
shit.
Sick.
That's might be.
That's a
cool
lot
to
more
talk
interesting.
about,
Yeah, yeah. And then
bartending.
Yeah. Bartending's pretty sweet.
bartending is sick. I was bartending for a little bit. Who are you voting for?
You know, it's so funny. I wasn't nervous until you said that the questions were like that and how it pertains to work. And I was like, oh, man.
No, we still horse around. We're still
dude,
going to
yeah,
horse
we still
around.
fuck around, yeah.
Don't you worry.
All right, so here, maybe I'll start with this.
Yeah.
So Reg E, which is going to eventually cause banks to have to repay people that get caught up in Zelle P2P scams, right? Because if you think about it, romance scams or whatever, you're authorizing that payment.
Sextortion is a big thing right now.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
But like you were actually saying, I'm going to send it. So
Yeah.
for the longest time, the banks were like, how are we going to prove that that wasn't fraud and you get a chargeback? So now banks are going to be required to have to be paid back the money. So what that's going to do is a lot of times banks and credit unions that are, most people bank with Chimes of the world, SoFi.
Yeah.
So banks are going to have to invest in more money for this, which is then it's going to take jobs, right? Because they don't really have fucking money to pay for employees. Now, how are they going to pay for technology? So how that pertains to who I'm going to vote for, and I don't mind saying it, but I plan on voting for Donald Trump.
Got it. Okay.
And the reason is because I think he'll kind of launch more initiations for protection of people.
Yeah. This is a very unjudgmental podcast.
Yeah, we have no
Like,
bias.
We literally have no bias. We just want to know, and actually you're a perfect example because it's like, I'm doing this because of XYZ. You laid it out perfectly.
Thank you.
Now, on the other hand, who you voting for, my big dog?
Yeah, who you doing?
So I would never, I was.
Say it.
All right. So
Seriously, we don't give a fuck.
look, I'm feeling Jill. I'm really feeling Jill.
Jill Stein.
Yeah, I love Jill. I
wow.
love her message. She
Would you be
speaks so
surprised
clearly
if
to
you
me.
were the second person that we've had on that
No, I
also
wouldn't,
voted for
because
Jill
if you
Stein?
listen to her speak,
Yeah.
she makes a lot of really great points.
Yeah, I think,
But that
I
being
think we got
said-
all 2 of her supporters at the same episode.
Dude, that's sick, dude.
Yeah. So I mean,
guys
that
are the
being said,
0.1%.
I'm going to probably vote for Kamala.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because
Boo.
I don't know. I'm on or off.
Are you
about it.
guys?
Like,
Are you boys?
Yeah, we are.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of like red and blue friends these days. I don't even know if red and blue is the right way to describe
that's
it.
who
You
you're
know what
voting
I
for.
mean?
It's not even, yeah.
Yeah, right. But that's like the thing where it's like I think I have I definitely have red and blue friends, and you just as long as you I think a lot of times like if you just argue back and forth and shout at each other, it accomplishes nothing.
We just laugh at everything.
Yeah, you just laugh at
We
everything.
both just
Yeah.
see the ridiculousness in it all.
Yeah.
So like every time one of them does something, we're just like, oh my goodness.
just being dudes.
Yeah.
That's the sickest thing in the world,
exactly.
just
It's not
being
worth
dudes.
getting any
Yeah.
deeper than.
Yeah, I don't push anything on him, and he doesn't me. But I mean, what we like is we're 2 fucking funny guys.
Yeah.
So everything
Well,
that
we'll be the judge of that.
Couple humble dudes, of course.
Couple-
Yeah.
we're a couple humble dudes.
Couple humble
we're
lumberjacks
funny.
over here.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of stuff that, Trump says, I say, hey, Ryan, check out what this guy said. And he laughs.
Yeah.
And, we like that part. But then when it comes to the other things, we don't push each other. We just say, hey, nobody's fucking right probably anyways.
That's what I think it
At
all
the end
comes
of the
down
day,
to.
You can't judge like your friends, or else you're pushing people away.
Yeah.
There's too much to nitpick at.
Yeah, I
feel like
really
I've learned
don't
that,
think.
over the course of time, going through like different relationships with people, where it's just like you're best to just accept people for who they are. You know, and to go on with your day.
I can't go through a 4-year period where my life has like drastically changed from person to person.
No, not at all.
And
not even remotely.
That's kind of maybe down the line it will, but at this moment right now, as I'm 31 years old,
you should know. Yeah.
I can't really
You
say,
know.
damn, that sucks.
Well, I will say it's interesting. I mean, I know Big Trump Dog was coming out about helping out with tips. Does that help you as a bartender, though?
Oh yeah,
That
was
might
like
sway
the
you.
one thing he's ever said.
Tips,
Kamala stole
I was
that.
like, hold up. I like the way this sounds.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that she would adopt. That
Yeah.
sounds kind of cool. I don't know. They like their money though.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Well, so what is
True.
it? They're supposed to be imparting a tax on tips, or
I
if
don't know.
there isn't one?
I didn't look anything into it. Details on that.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
a headline reader.
I like that.
Headline reader too. A lot of us
For
are
sure.
headline readers.
I think it's so they don't audit the fucking poor people that work in restaurants.
Yeah, that don't
Yeah.
suck,
Alright.
dude.
How about
Dude,
that?
tax season every single year, we would owe thousands of dollars back. It sucked. Then
Yeah.
you don't
have
have to
that.
It's pretty good now with like Square because they take it all out before you're, so you don't even have to worry about it.
and people don't really carry cash anymore, so it kind of sucks. You can't really write off.
Everything's going through the card.
Ugh,
you
that
probably
sucks.
make like $50 a night.
Yeah.
In cash. And it's like
And then
that's
the
it.
government wants $55 back.
Yeah. Whoa, you guys might be red and blue too. This is getting real red.
Yeah,
and
it's
blue.
fucking
definitely
go.
like the thing, right?
So back to
We're
your,
redefining it.
Back to your job. You're doing fraud and stuff. It's a very interesting job. And so how would Trump being elected? How is that good for you?
Well, I'll tell you right now, back in 2019, I got my first job with Comcast. Now, I graduated in 2011 and could not get a job for the longest time. I had to work restaurant gigs. I was applying. And from my understanding, once he got in the office and he did give the larger tax breaks to some of these corporations, how I know a lot of people feel about it, but in my case, Comcast had a huge hiring, and that's how I got my foot in the door.
Got it.
So, yeah, exactly that. There's a point to being, I understand trickle-down economics. Might not be to my clarity, but from my understanding, it opens up more opportunities for jobs for these people to hire people. Yeah,
And you kept that always in the back pocket because you believe that he helped you get a job. Okay, that's fair.
100%.
Will him getting elected help you right now with your current job? in terms of fraud banking?
I think so. I think if he comes into office and he is able to give the middle class a break on taxes, I think people, first of all, will be able to spend more. Right now, fintechs, companies, they're on such a freeze. That's why people can't get a job and they can't buy technology or they can't invest in tools to make their company bigger because they're not making the same amount of money. So yeah, I think it'll free up resources for people to go back to investing into, for my instance, banks and credit unions, they don't have the money to invest in technology. Now, mind you, if they cut the interest rates and people start wanting to lend more and people start coming to these banks and getting more mortgages, that'll count I could go on and on.
Yeah.
But it'll allow for more deposit accounts. People have more money to spend, and there'll be more money going around just for everyone to consume more things, positive or negative.
Got it. Okay.
Like cocaine.
So Kamala, if she was to be elected,
Fuck her.
She is hot. Yes, I would too.
See, this is it's two dueling wizards. It's two dueling wizards.
Yeah, you actually look like for real two young Dumbledores. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah, you know what we get all the time. Our the lady up front of our building was like, "Yeah, you two twins," and we were just like, "Yeah, You know what? You'd rather.
Yeah.
I don't want to break your heart. Yeah, we're twins.
Are you guys the cavemen from the Geico commercial? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my God, it'd be awesome.
Yeah. You guys are like a grunge band or something.
Yeah, you guys rolled it.
Yeah.
Pearl Nirvana.
Yeah, I like to think it's more like 70s Pink Floyd era
Yeah.
period, you know?
I like that.
Rittenhouse park bench.
Yeah.
I like that. You got any other questions?
No, I kind of like having two people that can be friends without having to kill each other with different beliefs. We kind of were looking for that the whole day.
Chillest dude.
I love your eye.
For real, chillest dudes.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for being chill.
Thanks so much for having us on, man. I'm glad we did this.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
He's
thank
got all
you.
the socials
Thanks
for you
for
if you don't,
nice
if you didn't know. Yeah, great meeting you. Good luck with everything.
Oh, what up?
What up? My name's Kyle. This is Matt. We're the Men at Work podcast.
Okay.
We ask people what they do for a living, and we ask people who they're voting for, and who they're voting for, why, and how does it affect their job.
Sure.
So what do you do for a living?
Well, first of all, my name's Chino.
Oh,
I was
Chino.
born.
I apologize.
I was born in West Philly.
Oh,
I'm a
sweet.
Philadelphia native.
Love it.
Wasn't raised. I'm from the Olney section.
Got it.
I'm self-employed.
Got it.
So I'm a freelance copywriter and ghostwriter for B2B SaaS companies.
Cool.
I also have my own nonprofit, smallbizphilly.com. We provide free and low-cost technical assistance.
Cool. And then who are you voting for?
Nobody.
Oh,
Wow.
why not?
Because the Republicans are for the rich, the Democrats are for the poor. Who's for the middle class? Rhetorical question, nobody.
Okay.
So none of them are helping small business. The Republicans are giving tax breaks to the rich.
Yeah.
Democrats trying to keep us poor. Nobody's helping small business. So screw both of them.
So there's no policy out there right now that you're just like, all right, I can kind of see them helping out the middle class in any way. Nothing?
No, because Trump is trying to help the rich.
Yeah.
Harris trying to help the poor. Who's helping the middle class? Nobody.
Was
So-
RFK
so
like a guy
screw-
that you looked
yeah,
to during
I
that?
was.
He
Yeah.
was an
I was this close to registering to vote. I was in New York City.
Yeah.
Okay, in Midtown, Lower Manhattan rather.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw him. I didn't see him, but his team was out there. I was going to register. I was going to vote for that guy. Well, he dropped out, so screw him.
You got 2 months to get over to Michigan. He's still on that ballot.
True. Let him hear
All
it.
right. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that
Damn.
goes.
Do you
That
have an
sucks.
RFK impression that you could give us right now?
Oh no, not at all.
Nothing? Okay.
No, I'm not that talented.
Sure. Just like to hear it.
Do you have an RFK impression you can give us?
I've tried a couple out.
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself. So
No, please let it rip.
No, I'm good.
All right, fair enough.
So it's got to kind of be a defeating feeling, this election. Or every election.
Absolutely. Because everyone should be self-employed with their own small business. Jobs. Being a W-2 employee should be illegal. Being a W-2 employee is modern day slavery.
Why so?
Why so? Because you're making someone else rich. Corporate America is a pyramid. Wake up, people. When you have a W-2 job as an employee, W-2 employee, you're making someone else rich. Okay? That owner, that CEO of Facebook or Google, whatever, they should be working. You're making someone else rich. Jobs should be illegal. Smallbizphilly.com.
All right.
We're a nonprofit. We help local businesses.
I thought you were going to drop the mic there.
All right. Peace out. All right. Any more questions?
No, not really. I mean, AI fucking you up right
appreciate it.
now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be offensive.
No,
but
you're not.
people need to
Not
wake
at all.
up. No one should have a job. Everyone should be self-employed.
You're
Absolutely.
passionate. That's
Yeah,
all
thank
we're
you.
saying
I
for.
appreciate it.
That's all we're looking for.
But I'm also harmless.
Yeah, I can tell.
Seem like a great person.
Yeah, thank you. Unless you put your hands on me.
Oh, there you go.
I was not in the
But
cards.
don't start nothing, don't say nothing. I mean, what's that saying? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
I like that.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right, West Philly.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Yup.
Thanks
All
again.
right, take care.
West Philly.
Love
Thank you.
everything.
I'm also going to claim West Philly in this
West
one.
Philly.
All
Born and raised.
Thanks, brother. Can you want to come on for 5 minutes? Here you go. Throw that on for us. I'll move that out of the way for you.
That's all right. You got a Baja Blast. You're a Baja Blast.
Yeah, did you get a Baja
there.
Blast? I did not. Oh, damn. You got to go Baja Blast. You got to go Baja. Oh, it's filled with Blake Claw? That's fucking sick. I love that, dude. I love that, dude. I love that. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I work at Pennsylvania Convention Center.
Nice.
Park Hyatt at the Bellevue.
Wait, they fucking had you going to work today?
Oh my God, it was beautiful. We have all the pressers. We have NBC, ABC, CNN, Face the Nation.
Yeah, you have all the big, all the big
kind of
dudes.
like main prime TV channels.
Yeah.
You know, 3, 6, 10.
So are you in a
Fox
union over
News.
there?
Yes, sir, we are, and I love my union.
So I'm guessing you're rooting for Kamala.
I absolutely am voting for Kamala.
Yeah. What is it about the unions that always back the Democrat Party?
Well, because we like to have somebody that backs labor, appreciates labor,
Got it.
doesn't try to compromise the 40-hour work week.
Mm-hmm.
People deserve to have an amount of money when they retire. They deserve to live a comfortable life. And, you know, I mean, everyone needs medical benefits.
Sure.
You join a union, you get medical benefits, you get a pension, you get a vacation fund, and you save and save and save. So when you're in a union, it's more of a career as opposed to a job.
Got it. What do you think about the new Sixers arena? Potential.
I think it's going to go right into Camden, right where they tore down the prison.
Really? You think it's going to go
That was a
across
brand
New
new
Jersey?
prison. Why'd they tear a brand new
Did they
prison
really?
down? Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not know that at all.
Oh, jeez.
So you don't think because it would
North
go right?
Camden, right on the north side.
'Cause the-
You'll see it's a wide open
Yeah.
park that nobody uses.
Because for anyone that doesn't know that's watching this, the new Sixers arena would actually go right next door to you guys. And
Yeah, and they're already practicing there. Some of the big guns, like Norcross,
yeah.
opened up. American Water Company.
Yep.
He has a hotel there. He has that giant insurance company.
Yeah.
He's part of all the charter schools.
Yeah.
He's buying everything.
So
up.
do you want it to go to Camden, or would you be okay with it going into
I
the mall?
absolutely don't want it in Chinatown. It's already too crowded.
Got it.
Chinatown's a beautiful place, and Chinatown is pristine, just as it is.
Yeah.
You don't.
Not even if it's a free $1.5 billion investment. It's kind of hard for the city to say no to $1.5 billion, and then.
But we don't know that to be true.
Well, I mean,
corporations always make projections that they never touch.
Well, sorry. So what I'm really
So-
saying is the $1.3 billion investment is the price of the arena that they are pulling out of their pockets. So it's not like they're using taxpayers' money, which is really sick. It's kind of sick.
Well, it's just more corporate greed, man.
True.
You
Well,
know, that money's not coming back into the community. Like,
Yeah.
what you think that the people that own all the parking lots? I mean,
Well,
I work kosher too. I know some of the people that own the parking lots.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not
just
saying that there's not hands
I don't
being
understand how
shook
that
and
can
everything.
make downtown Philadelphia better.
Fair point. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean,
I would like it only because since I've been, a little kid, that mall has sucked. I mean, that mall, even when it was not the Gramercy, but it was the, I forget what it was called before. Like, there's never been anything good.
The gallery.
The gallery. There you go. There's never been anything ever good there. And then they put that mall in there. The mall goes belly up. The mall's like, I think it's at 20%
all the malls are
occupied.
going belly up, not
True.
just the one in Philadelphia.
100%.
They're
So it's
going
just-
belly up in the middle of Indiana, in the
Yeah.
Bread Basket, in the Rust
Yeah.
Belt.
So what I just think about
People
is
aren't going to malls.
so if what I think about it is if you're gonna fight it, that mall's not gonna be there whether the Sixers stadium goes in or not. So then who goes in? Do you want the Sixers who might, lend their hand to Chinatown and be like,
More
hey,
bars, more restaurants, more nightlife, more live music, more of like a Tennessee vibe.
I think it's gotta
even
be-
though downtown Philadelphia.
I don't think
we
Mar-
got the City Winery.
yeah,
We
100%.
got
But I don't
the
think
Iron
Market
Rock.
Street
Do
is
what?
like that though. I don't think Market Street's
But
more
it
like a
can be.
FIDI.
It can be.
I don't think so because I don't think you're gonna get people on the weekends and stuff to come down there. They rather go deeper
If
into
they
the
got
city.
parking.
True. No, I mean fair, but I
people
just
go to New York.
But there's
I mean,
but they're not just going to build a bunch of bars and restaurants on top of the mall. It's going to have to something big, something sustainable, something that works for the city. And the reason why I always kind of like look at the Chinatown argument, and I understand the impact study, and I think the impact study is right. It's going to affect Chinatown businesses, and it might not affect them in the best of ways. But if they deny the arena, something's going in there. And something that might not be working with Chinatown. Maybe it's a developer from New York, and they're building high rises, and
New
they
York's
just get.
buying everything.
That's the thing.
They're vacant landlords destroying
Yeah.
whole communities.
So that's why I don't think a lot of people are looking towards like the future now. Right now, they don't want the arena to go in and everything. But I think there's someone who's from a New York developer that's going to come in, give the middle finger to Chinatown. Rent prices are going to go up. and it's
Governor
gonna-
Murphy's giving them a nice chunk of change down there. And they're already there.
100%. No, I mean, it's definitely.
And Norcross boys got a lot of power
No,
too. There's
100
5 of them.
Dude, if
They're
you gave
pork
me
guys.
$1 billion, how do you say no to $1 billion? I don't think that first the governor, Josh Shapiro, who is a Sixers fan, I don't think the mayor is going to let them
I'm
leave.
just going to say he's the nicest
Greatest guy in the world.
I've waited on him.
He's
going to
be the future president.
He was running for office.
Or future running president.
It broke my heart. It broke my heart when she picked that Tim Walz.
I know, right?
I almost cried.
He would have won. He would have won Pennsylvania in a landslide.
I'm
Or they
going to
would've
say
won.
this: Tim Walz did a great job, and he was the right pick in the end.
Yeah.
Because Josh Shapiro doesn't have the military background.
Well,
Josh
you'd
Shapiro
argue that Tim Walz is in the military
doesn't-
background either.
You didn't know that?
Huh?
You didn't know that he was in the military? Or
Well, I mean, he was in the military, but he was in the military.
National Guard is
A
really
little
fucking
bit.
hard, man.
No,
What are
I'm
you
not. I'm
talking
not
about?
saying.
Man,
I'm
he
not,
was in
I'm not saying about it, but there's the Afghanistan, and then he leaves before they deploy and stuff. Isn't there other rumors out there?
There are rumors, sir, but they are not facts.
Okay.
And what happened was Tim Walz had already put in for retirement.
Got
he
it.
already did 24 years.
Okay.
And then that happened.
All right.
All right?
I was reading the headlines.
Have you ever done anything for 24 years consecutively? How old are you?
31. So I have.
Okay, see, I'm 60. So what I'm telling you.
But I've lived for
is
31
if
years. You
you're-
said I didn't do anything for 24 years straight. I did. I'm 31, baby.
All right, but you haven't done anything.
Hey,
You
24
haven't
years.
done anything like
I've
that.
lived in this
Do you know
millennium
how
for 24
hard
years,
that is?
baby.
Do you know how hard that is to be a public school teacher?
Oh,
for
fuck
Tim
yeah.
Walz?
Oh, fuck
He's
yeah.
a man that has a full
I like
balance.
the dude. I like the dude. Like as a
And
person,
he has
love the
an-
dude.
he
Football
has
coach, Midwestern guy.
an
Love him.
untarnished military background.
I'll have to do more research.
You can try to swift boat them all you want.
I'll have to
and
do
I know
more
swift
research.
boater guys working for Trump now.
I'm not working.
You got us all
You got us all pegged.
I'm
I
not-
don't even know who I'm voting for. That's why I came out here.
Well, I'm not pegging you as anybody,
Oh.
man.
You better
Only
not
as a
peg him.
fellow
Yeah, don't peg me.
Philadelphian.
If I could send anyway.
Because we up in the joint.
Oh, that's a White Claw speaking. That's a White Claw.
Baja Blast.
No,
Hey, you go enjoy yourself.
good night.
It was great talking to
It was
you.
a lot of fun talking to
Good
you.
luck
Thanks
with
so much.
everything. Hey, well, that's the podcast. I hope you liked it, honestly. I think we did a good enough job where we kind of bipartisan. I don't know what the right one is, but I think we did a good enough job and got enough different ideologies, got enough different people on here with differing opinions. And I think that's what we came to do. And
I think we hit both sides. I
hope
think we
it's good.
found friends that are on opposite sides. We found people that aren't voting. We found people that.
Jill Stein.
Jill Stein.
Jill Stein up in this bitch.
Jay Stein, look her up. Let's find out. That's our new. That's our research project. Is Jill Stein real?
Hey, listen, we appreciate everybody for tuning in with us and for staying till now. And we hope it's a good debate, I guess, right?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, sure. Let's just hope it's a good debate.
I'm gonna go watch it.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Peace.